Boy, if we don't come on right at 7 o'clock, people are like, where are they? Hello. Welcome to the Downsized. I'm Laraine Durham, and I'm here with my husband of almost 22 years, Mr.
Almost 22 years.
Mr. Christopher Durham.
Is
this
I
thing
can hear
on?
you.
Are you?
Yeah,
Is this
thing
thing
should
on?
be on. You should be
anybody
able to hear
out
us.
there? Okay, good. Welcome to the Downsized. We are live tonight taking your questions, and we've got some exciting
giveaways,
people and things to share with you. So,
so you
hang
guys
with us for a minute.
Hang with us. Stay tuned because we're going to introduce you to Condi Carmack and team. In a little while, after we get a good number of folks on here, we'll tell you about the giveaway for the cruise that he's going to sponsor. So we're super excited about that. And we also have some Mochi swag we'll give away. So lots of good stuff coming up if you guys hang out with us.
Yep. If you're new here, welcome to the Downsized. We hope you will like and subscribe to our channel. I've lost over 50 pounds using compounded Tirzepatide. That's a GLP-1 medication. Actually, today I was down 53 pounds this morning. I've been in maintenance for about 6 months, so I'm trying to find that dose calorie eating equation, although I don't track my calories because I was traumatized by tracking with Weight Watchers for years and years. So I'm trying to eat more intuitively, which doesn't sound like a thing, but anyway, you say something, Christopher.
Oh, I get to talk. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Christopher Durham. I'm 56 years old, 5'10" and a half. Hang on. Yeah, 10 and a half. The half inch matters.
When's the last time you measured your height?
At the doctor.
Okay.
That's how I know.
All right.
They stand you right there and they weigh you and they measure you.
I know. That's how I know I'm shrinking.
I started at 286.4 pounds. In September of last year, we started together. I've used compounded Tirzepatide, Zepbound, and Mounjaro. And honestly, pretty much interchangeably, they've all worked very well for me. I've had the same weight loss.
Sure, before picture.
I can do that. There we go. Same weight loss, same side effects, you name it. This morning when I weighed in, I was right at 188 pounds. So my original goal was 190 pounds. My goal is to get to 186. I was a little bit up after the cruise and going to film the commercial in California. So actually dropping some of that weight off, and that's very, very good. No complaints there. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, this was during COVID. It was not a good time. I don't think I had weighed myself in about 5 or 6 years. I bet I was 300 plus pounds here.
Yeah, I was definitely over 200 there. When I started this particular weight loss journey with compounded Tirzepatide, I was 193 pounds. Today I weighed 139.8. So a little bit over 53 pounds. So excited about that. I'm currently on a 8.8 milligram dose of compounded Tirzepatide. I get it from Mochi Health. Mochi Health's doses are a little different than the standard Mounjaro Zepbound doses of Tirzepatide. And I think I might have to drop my dose down. I'm thinking 8.8. I don't think I want to lose any more weight. I seem to be losing weight.
Well, I think you need to balance the dose and the calories. I think you got to go up a little bit in the calories too.
I just really don't think about eating.
Yeah,
I don't think about eating during the day. I was getting kind of snacky. Like, what's today? Today is
Wednesday the 5th.
We took our shot this week on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm in that 5-day half-life window. But yeah, I was really wanting something chocolate yesterday and today. But I really wasn't thinking about food today. And then it was dinner time, and I was like, okay, well, I've had a sandwich and a bowl of oatmeal today. Like, it's not quite enough, right? So, I don't know.
Let's take a look at these. Actually, before we jump into these a little bit, let me say a couple of things. Number one, we're not doctors.
We are not. We know some doctors.
We know some doctors. We have interviewed doctors. We're not doctors, though. So if you're thinking about doing this journey, adapting your medication, doing weight loss, healthcare, whatever, please talk to your prescriber, your doctor, and get a personalized plan just for you. Condi and his team will be on later. They're also not your doctors, and they're not doctors either. So just to cover that. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that bell. It'll alert you every time we go live. And make sure you know we went live earlier today to tell you about the Novo Nordisk price drops. And so those were pretty exciting. Never as much as I want them to be, but it's always good to see the price going down. So here is us, COVID, straight up.
Yeah, this was 2020. A lady came around taking pictures. You could sit on your front porch and she would photograph your family from a distance. And so, yep, captured in time. And then there's Christopher when we were in Florida.
For a cruise.
Yeah. Creeping up on 300 pounds there. I think you said.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
That was stuff. And that wasn't really like in my mind, that was definitely the heavy. Like, that's not what you look like to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you see that heavy picture and you're like, I got to do something right now. This was probably one of those pictures. Here's me. Yeah. So, basically in the course of a school year, so the picture in the yellow shirt, we were moving my daughter into college, and then, the after picture was in May of last year. So I lost 1.58 pounds per week on compounded Tirzepatide till I hit my goal weight. And then now I've been in maintenance. I've been hanging around between 140, 145-ish. I'm 5'4.25". I'm a 55-year-old mom of 3 pretty much grown children.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
All right. So for those of you wondering, yes, she's in maintenance. Yes, we're taking our medication every week. We don't have any plans of stopping.
No.
I am currently on the 16.6 milligram dose of compounded Tirzepatide from Mochi, and have been on that or the 15 milligram dose. And I've got Zepbound pens in the refrigerator down there as well. And really, honestly, had been on the highest dose for, 5 months. And Mochi released a higher dose. So we were happy to see it. And I think that helped bump me over that. You might have noticed this is a sponsored post. So this is a sponsored post from Mochi Health. So thank you very much, Mochi, for sponsoring it. We'll be giving away some stuff for them. You want to do your Mochi spiel while you're at it? Yeah.
If you would like to join Mochi, you can go to joinmochi.com. You can use my code to save $40 on your first order. The code is in the link in the description, but the code is QIYG, the letter O, and 8. I've used Mochi Health now for over a year. It's a great platform. They have great online doctors. I just signed up to meet with their nutritionist because I found out last week talking to the CEO of Mochi that people who use their nutritionist lose up to 40% more weight. So you better know that if you'd have told me that a year ago, I would have been meeting with the nutritionist all along. But now thinking about it, I'm like, well, I'm paying the $79 a month membership fee for the online doctor, and that includes the nutritionist. So yeah, maybe I should ask some questions about how I should eat in maintenance and how many calories do you think that is, or, some guidelines of what I should be eating. So, and that's a big question that people have for us is, what am I supposed to eat? And I am, always, I'm not going to tell you what to eat because I think you should eat things that you like. It's really just the portions that we need to get under control. And with this medication, that's really helped me get the portions under control. I think that's a whole key. But still, things like protein are important, vegetables are important, fruits are important. Lynn, I did ask Mochi how many subscribers they had, and
that's private information.
It's top secret. They did not say. But if you want to join Mochi, I think they're a great online platform. We went to San Francisco. We met the team. I interviewed the CEO. You can go and look at that interview that I did with Dr. Myra, the CEO of Mochi.
So if you're interested, the link and the code are in the description. So take a look at that. And thank you very much. So right now we have 120 viewers on right now and 40 likes. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Shooting for 200 before we bring Condi on stage to tell you about the giveaway. So we'll see. We'll give it a little while and we'll just have some conversations. So let's see who we have out there today. First up, Mindy M. Hello, Mindy M. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, Mindy.
Mindy's a member of Club Downsized. Thank you very much.
Taisha. I got your email, Taisha. Thank you. Yes, we also do a series called The Downsized Dish where I interview people about their weight loss on a GLP-1 medication. If you would like to be on The Downsized Dish, you can email me to schedule your interview. It's Laraine, Laraine, at thedownsized.org. We've got, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 interviews on our channel of people that we've talked to. Everybody wants to see someone that looks like them, right? They want to know, how fast can I lose weight? Well, she did it. Well, maybe I can do it. So it doesn't matter. And you don't have to be at your goal weight. You can still be somewhere in the process. Cloakster, I'm talking to you. So send me an email, Laraine at thedownsized.org, and we'll get you set up for that.
All right, let's see who else we have here. Tracy Ray says, first live for me. Hello, Tracy Ray.
Welcome, Tracy Ray. We hope you will like and subscribe. Elizabeth says, got the pods in my ears while I am managing my 3 little kids. Wow, I remember those days. I remember those days. Steph says, hi, everyone. Signed up at Mochi. Appointment is 3:11. Yay. All right, cool. It's Mel B. Hey, Mel B. Nice to see you.
Thank you for being a member, Mel B. We appreciate it.
If you'd like to be a member of the Downsized, if you'd like to be a member of Club Downsized, you can click that join button. I think it's right below where you see me talking. Don't click it now because it'll take you somewhere else. But our content is always free. But if you would like to support us a little further, what?
So I can add though.
You get like, fun emojis, like you see Mel B's. Oh, here's our Club Downsized people. Club Downsized people.
It's the other side.
No,
you got it.
I was right.
Good job.
Oh, look, simply Taisha. Put her to the front because she has a little butterfly in front of her name.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that, Taisha, number 1.
Because it's sorted alphabetically.
I know, it's by the butterfly. Yeah. So anyway, you get some emojis. You get our special Facebook group, you get a special live. We had our Club Downsized live last night. So, check it out.
All right. Let's see who else we have here. A lot of people saying hello. Thin from within 66. Hello.
Hey, Thin from within. I got JoJo sleeping on the desk here. So if she starts attacking, but if you see me, last night she was trying to eat the keyboard.
She was.
Not sure why. Hey, Linty. Hey, thanks for being a member of Club Downsized. Linda, are you still doing the factor meals? We had a factor meal for dinner tonight. Mm-hmm. We had a chicken breast with risotto and green beans. So we started doing the factor meals. We're not sponsored.
No, we're not getting paid anything.
We're not getting paid anything. We just wanted to try them, right? So we get, I think this week we got 4 meals, 2 for each of us. And they're just kind of good to have on hand when we're get busy doing stuff like today. We were live this afternoon and we're live now. So it's, just instead of like getting fast food or, eating something that's not so good, these factor meals are actually pretty good. It's just a question of how much are you going to pay for them? There's all kinds of different discounts around. I think we have a video of us doing
tasting them,
and I think we have a code on that. Mm-hmm. If you use our code, you get $40 off, or we get $40 off, or something like that. So, if that works for you, you have to microwave them. Some people put them in the oven.
Yeah. They're pretty good. I like to cook though, so I'm not gonna. I mean, I think the first 2 weeks we did them 4 or 5 nights. And that was more than
more than
it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic for me to cook. I like to start things, finish things, and have a process. It's good for me. Mm-hmm. But a couple times a week is fine with me. Yeah. And they taste pretty good actually.
Yeah. GLP-1 journey and review. Hi, can't wait for my interview in a few weeks. Cool. Yay. Yay. So send me an email if you guys want to be interviewed. Denise M says, hi, everyone. 60 pounds down. Excellent. Congratulations. I always like to hear people's weight loss numbers. Deb Bueller, not Butler. Deb Bueller says, hello. Hello. This one, hectic moments.
That's moments. Moments. MOL.
Moments. I'm excited to be starting Semaglutide in a few days. Nervous, but due to some major hormonal issues, weight loss has been so hard. Doctor said it may really help.
You got this. It's a little scary to begin with, but you'll be okay.
Yeah. Yep. So semaglutide is the ingredient in Ozempic and Wegovy. So if you watched our live, this is a Wegovy pen. I think part of it's in green, so you may not be able to see it. But Wegovy, they dropped the price on all doses of Wegovy to $4.99 per month, any dose, if you buy it from Novo Nordisk's online pharmacy, which they just created.
Yep.
So that's a
There's
brand new
thing. There's a whole video on it earlier today.
Yep. Andriana, hi from California, 22 pounds down. Thank you for all your hard work. You guys make it fun. Yay!
We're trying.
Yeah, we try, right? Wayne Whitmer, thanks for being a member. Hey team, good news. Reverse fatty liver disease. Yay! Lab work had me in normal range. I think that happened for Barb too, didn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. So isn't it amazing all these other things that these GLP-1s can do?
Hold on, let me give Wayne some. We've never given confetti for fatty liver disease reversal, but I think it's a great reason.
I'm learning so much about other diseases now that but that's great.
So much going on.
I'm glad it works for other things like sleep apnea and cardiac disease and
a whole list of things.
What else? I think maybe Alzheimer's, but
alcohol use disorder.
Oh, alcohol use disorder for sure. Mel B says, congrats, Laraine, in the 130s and CD looking slim and trim. Thank you. Thank you, Mel B.
Trying.
Yeah. Mia Elrod, 87 pounds down. Wow. Excellente. Excellent. You used to sometimes hear, hey, Mark Clem, you used to sometimes hear about people losing 100 pounds, and it was like, you didn't hear about that very much. And now it seems like so many people have had such super success with these GLP-1 meds. Christopher's almost 100 pounds down. I'm 50 pounds down. Like, is Barb out there? Health at any cost? I haven't seen her.
Do you want to misquote her weight? I think she's at 275 now.
She's lost 275 pounds. She was over 400. She's lost 275 pounds. So just the things that these GLP-1s can do are just amazing, especially for people who, like us, we've tried everything. We've done everything. We've cabbage soup dieted and ketoed.
And so Mark, I interviewed Mark Clem last week, I think it was, and his interview will be tomorrow. Will come out.
Oh yeah,
and he's lost more than 100. I won't remember the exact weight loss, Mark. I apologize, but more than 100 for sure.
Yeah. I just joined Mochi yesterday and had my doctor's visit also. He is going to give me the semaglutide. Thank you for all of the information you have provided to help me make an informed decision. Well, you're welcome. When we started on September 29th of 2023. And I just, had a friend who had lost weight on Mounjaro. And so I found, our insurance didn't cover it. So I found an online provider, and not Mochi, I started with a different one. And they sent us each 3 months worth of medicine, a 2.5 dose, a month of 5, and a month of 7.5. And we didn't know that, we just thought, we'll just take them in order. And now, people will say that we're not doctors. Do we say that? We're not doctors.
We did, but you can always say it again.
If a dose is working for you, to stay on that dose. So if 2.5 is working for you, I've seen people lose 50 pounds on 2.5. Some people need to move up through the doses to get their weight loss going. So it's really very personalized. It's really, it's going to be different for everybody. So, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose, you want to kind of maximize each dose before you move up.
So talk to your doctor and do
that's
it.
my advice.
We have 147 viewers right now and 64 likes. If you'll humor me, hit that like button. We're moving up every day, so that's a good thing on subscribers as well.
Yep.
Let's see who else we have in here. Mia Elrod says, thank you, Linda. I started at 426.6 pounds.
Wow.
So
okay. All right. So, and she said
lost
87.
I believe that's what she said.
Good job, Mia. You're doing it. You're
Joanne
doing it.
Snelling, hello.
Hello.
So somebody
Joanne.
asked the other day when we're on the live, what are you looking down at? I actually have an iPad that sits right here that I can push the button and do all the magic stuff on the screen.
Multiple screens. So he's got an iPad. We've got the camera with the, what is this called? TV monitor thing. And then we've got over here, we've got a big TV
kind of crazy stuff.
Screen. We also did a COVID poach short. Yes, Taisha. Laraine, I shared those on my Facebook recently. Oh, I have to go look at those. Taisha, Simply Taisha has a great channel y'all should check out too. Rennie Brewer says, hi, Durhams. Hi, Rennie.
Downsizing Diva's here too. Thank you for being a member, Downsizing Diva.
Hectic moment or moments. I'm going to say that. Also, just found out today that my neighbor, she's lost 50 pounds and looks great. She's doing it with Wegovy. Wegovy, awesome. She's excited. I'm starting the Semaglutide. So Semaglutide is what's in Wegovy. So you guys can compare notes and see how you're doing. Terry says, hi guys, thinking about joining Mochi. Haven't looked into them yet. Go to joinmochi.com. We've been there. We've met the people. We've met the people. We've shook their hands. We tried to help them with their new app being developed.
It was fun.
That was kind
Linda
of cool.
says, did you happen to ask Mochi how many subscribers they have? Inquiring minds want to know. Honestly, that was the only question that the CEO said. We don't tell that.
Wait. She said, I'm not telling that. I'm like, okay.
I don't. I mean, if I were her, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
They're a privately held company. But
do you really want to tell Italy and Novo Nordisk that?
They've been in business 3 years. So I think they are really growing. So I think it's great. Donna Joe. Hey, Donna Joe. Good evening. I'm down 60 pounds since May. This medication has been a miracle for me and many others. Good job, Donna Doe.
Spit it out, man, lady.
Thanks for being a member of Club Downsized. Madison's Magical. Hey. Hope everyone's having an awesome evening. Heart. Anne-Marie McKenzie. Injunction denied today. OFA versus FDA.
Well, so
thoughts?
Interesting enough. So I printed out, that's what we were just talking about. So we have a subscription to a service called Pacer Monitor, which is essentially the federal database for everything that gets published by the courts. So I printed that out. So it's hard to say. There was actually progress
Water break
of some type on both the Lilly case and the Novo Nordisk, so the Tirzepatide and the Semaglutide case. So at looks like about 4:30 today, there was a restricted document sealed opinion in order that says denying 64 motion for injunction ordered by Judge Mark. So I can't open it. Normally I could pay, it's like 5 cents a page or something, and actually read the injunction. So hopefully that's going to open up. Theoretically, that should just mean that the judge didn't automatically agree with the OFA and things will continue forward. So it doesn't stop anything. Without actually seeing what the document says, it's pretty hard to say, though. But theoretically, he just denied the immediate injunction. The other piece on the Novo Nordisk on the Semaglutide case was they've been jockeying with different attorneys because the judge was unhappy that they didn't have Dallas-based attorneys in his district. They were in Fort Worth and Denmark and other places. So he didn't like that. And then he agreed to include Novo Nordisk in the unopposed motion to intervene. So he allowed them to come onto the case because obviously they are part of this whole conversation. Now, it's a very short document, one page. It says, hereby grants Novo Nordisk's motion to intervene. It is hereby ordered that defendant's deadline to respond to the complaint is extended until after the court has ruled on the parties' summary judgment motions. So,
alrighty then.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully this sealed opinion opens up here in the next hour, day, something we can get more insights into what the judge is saying.
You know, we bought the service, so he's getting the news as quick as anybody.
It sends me alerts to my phone. So
and if there's really something breaking, he will not fix it, but go live. When news breaks, we fix it. Remember that old thing? Mia says, I'm getting so close to my first 100 pounds down. Yay! 87 pounds as of today. Awesome. Yay! Good job, Mia. Yep. We hope you'll hang out with us. And if you have any questions,
Shorty,
put them in the chat.
Thanks for being a member.
Hey, Shorty.
Good evening. Jazzy, is the breaking news what I just said? Dave's doing something. I'm sure it is.
It's probably what he just
I'm
said.
sure it is what I just
Hello,
said.
Laraine and Christopher. Love seeing you behind the scenes from Mochi Shoot. Thanks. Brings me back to my advertising agency days. Oh, wow. Okay. Looking forward to seeing the commercial. Yep. I just had to sign some releases today. They're going to use the commercial for up to a year. I guess that's kind of like the standard thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be...
You run that. Let me lift the cord.
Oh, he's going to... He's going to look and see if anything happened. Yeah, so that was fun. We did the commercial with Mochi. They think they're going to make 3 commercials, one with both of us, one with just me, and one with just Christopher, because we talked to their ear off. Go figure. Let's see what else we have here. Tomorrow is my first appointment with Mochi and my birthday. Happy birthday. Yay. So March is also my birthday month. If you watched our our weekly update the other day, my birthday is coming up. So all March birthdays, happy birthday. And if you haven't interviewed, get it going. We did an interview with Downsizing Diva. You will definitely inspire someone. I love the diversity in this community. Go for it. Yep, we are open to anybody that sends me an email and wants to be interviewed. You're going to get interviewed, okay? It's not like we have like a long list of people, so send me an interview. Terry's kind of fatigued today. I don't think it was from that, though. How bad is it, and what day does it usually start, and how long does it last? When we first started, like, I got super fatigued, like, especially like around day 1, 2, maybe. Like, I'd take a shower, and then I'd be like, I gotta go lay down because that's just like overwhelming. So a lot of people plan their shot day around, the next day maybe they can rest. We usually take our shots on Friday. And that way, Saturday, Sunday, we usually don't have as much going on. We can just like kind of chill out. Some people swear by electrolytes might help in your water. Take a multivitamin. Beyond that, we really don't talk much about supplements, but I don't really feel so fatigued now. We're 75 weeks into our journey now. Do you get fatigued anymore, Christopher?
Periodically. I did early
today,
on a lot.
I think I'm just
and
tired.
Then
yeah.
It seems like about once a month it'll just hit me hard on a random Wednesday. And then I'll be like, I got to take a nap.
Elsie Craig, hello from down under. Elsie Craig, we need to do an interview with you. Send me an email. We did an interview with James, who lives in Australia. Sometimes he's on here. Agreed. Thank you, Mel. So
I was listening to what Dave Knapp was saying on there. Basically the same thing we said. So we don't know enough to have a whole lot of opinion because it's sealed. And we don't know if it changes timelines. There's a lot of things we don't know. But once we figure it out, we'll be back to you. Yeah.
Minnie says her fatty liver disease is reversed too. Blood work and ultrasounds show no signs. It's good, Minnie. Minnie, you're doing so good. Annie G, I wonder how patient would get a prescription to continue on their meds if compounding goes away. You go to your doctor and say, "Give me." I don't know.
Yeah, well, the first thing is compounding.
I currently use Mochi.
The odds of compounding 100% going away are almost zero. Is it going to get a lot smaller? That it could well do. So that's why all of these, the Mochis, there's a bunch of them at Orderly. There's a bunch of them out there that are trying to do custom dosing, adding vitamins, all that stuff. Is that going to hold up legally in court? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, not a pharmacist, not a doctor. I can tell you that if you watch the interview with the Mochi CEO, she believes it will, and she's
like,
believes
not worried.
it'll be fine. She was not worried at all.
Not worried at all.
The only thing I'm positive in all of this is that a bunch of attorneys are going to make a whole bunch of money.
Let me address something in Anne's comment here. My primary care doctor does not know I have been on compounded medication because they're against it. You need to tell them.
Or find another doctor.
Or, yeah, I mean, I went to my primary doctor last year. I had my checkup in March, and I said, I'm on. She said, "Oh, you've lost weight." I said, "Yes, I'm on compounded Tirzepatide. I'm doing the compounded version." She's like, "Mm-hmm." I mean, she didn't say yay, nay, good, but nothing. Like, she said literally nothing. And I took in my spreadsheet that showed her how much weight I had lost every week, and she's like, mm-hmm. I mean, she noted it in my chart, which I feel like it's kind of important because it is a part of your health record. Just for what it's worth.
But to be clear, I am a huge advocate of having a local provider who can take care of you day to day, week to week, month to month, run your blood work, do all of the things and knows your history, that is an advocate for you and your health. Now, that's not always easy, and finding a new doctor is a real pain in the butt. I get it, but it's important. And particularly as we get older and we have colonoscopies and we have all these other things happening.
Yeah, because if you go for a procedure and your doctor doesn't know you're on these GLP-1 medications, it's going to cause a problem, right? So it needs to be in your record. And my doctor always just told me, well, you just need to diet and exercise. I'm like, lady, if I could have dieted and exercised my way out of this, I would have done it 40 years ago. So. The
great thing about Mochi is they can write you the branded prescription as well.
Yes.
So if they all of a sudden could not, and I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, if they all of a sudden could not do compounded medication, then they can write you a Zepbound, Ozempic, Wegovy, whatever prescription, and it would just be fulfilled by your local pharmacy. Honestly, they could even write it to either Lilly's or Novo Nordisk's direct to consumer, so you could get Zepbound in vials or what have you. So they can do it either way. It doesn't matter to them.
That's the good thing about Mochi is they can prescribe compounded or brand name.
Right, and they're happy to do that.
They have over 500 doctors. FYI, something I learned last week. So I think we're on. Yeah, I loved your interview with Dr. Dan. I know I love Dr. Dan. It was such an eye-opener regarding how to look at this weight loss journey. I also love the scientific explanation of the medication he gave. Yeah, I don't think I can repeat that scientific explanation. But Dr. Dan's view of it is you need to find your best weight, right? Like, where do you feel good? What's a weight that you can maintain? It's a great, I need to go back and watch it again because I feel like there were so many little nuggets of information in there, and he's so encouraging and he's so easy to understand. If you haven't watched it, please check it out. E-Bible Club, a Bible club for everyone. 32 pounds down, started December 2024. Thanks for the amazing content. I wish I was going on the cruise with you guys. That's my birthday weekend. Well, what better time to go on a cruise?
Well, stay tuned. We're at 86 viewers right now. So if we get to 200, I'm going to bring Condi on here. Or I'll bring Condi on here in just a little while.
You want me to tell them about the Downsized cruise? That might be a good lead in.
That would be a good lead in. Sure. Let's go ahead and do that.
So Christopher, Jojo's growling over here. So Jojo's our cat. Christopher and I.
Jojo loves to cruise too.
Kitties love to cruise. Kitties love cruising. No, Christopher and I love to cruise, and people have seen us, we do our shots on cruises and we do videos from cruises and we talk about cruises. So people said, hey, we want to go on a cruise with you. And we said, hey, that's a great idea. So we created the Downsized at Sea, presented by Mochi Health. Mochi Health also thought it was a pretty good idea. So they said, hey, yes, we want to be the presenting sponsor. It's June 23rd through 27th, 2025 on the Celebrity Reflection. We'll leave out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and go to Bimini and Nassau in the Bahamas. Rates start at $8.99 per person, double occupancy. Some restrictions apply. So Christopher will be there. I'll be there. Mindy will be there. Mel will be there.
Yep. Bunch of folks.
Downsizing Diva, did you?
I don't think she's booked.
Anyway, I think we have about 50 people, and our travel agents are also going to be on the cruise. Kelly and Roberta. I think they just thought it sounded like a ton of fun. So we hope you guys can join us, and that kind of leads us into.
Well, let's go ahead and
some exciting news.
Condi. Let's put Condi up there. Add him to the stage. Let's add Rocky. Hello, guys.
Hello.
You all look so familiar.
They're stunned.
Welcome.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy out there. 182 people right now. Why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Great. Well, I guess I'll go first. My name is Condi Carmack. I'm a molecular biologist, immunologist. And I started a website about a year and a half ago called cancerobesityconnection.org. And I roped my friends Rocky and Judy into helping me. I'm the scientist that is putting together some content for this website, and they're going to help me with the business and the marketing.
Well, that's very exciting. Let's see here. So Condi, you guys may have seen Condi. Condi and I did a Downsized Dish, an interview, and kind of walked him. He's a Tirzepatide user and has done well with it. And then he started a series with us kind of monthly, basically about that as what do we call it? The Journal Club, right?
The Journal Club.
Yeah, the Journal Club, where Condi kind of takes a deep dive into research. So you'll see some more stuff of that coming out, and he obviously has a lot more education than I do on it. So it's a much more intelligent conversation.
And
he said, "Hey."
I'd also like to ask your viewers to write in and what topics they would like to hear about. Fatty liver disease is a great one. You know, the metabolic diseases are being expanded now. Cancer is not just the only thing that obesity can be treated for. There are fatty liver disease. There's a whole slew of different things that we could take off on.
Cool. Yeah. So anyway, what Condi wants to do is give away a downsized cruise, Downsized at Sea cruise. And he called and said, "What do you think?" I said, "Sure, why not?" So Condi, let me pop up.
You didn't let Rocky and.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rocky. I didn't let you introduce. Go ahead,
we're
Rocky.
watching.
Go ahead. I apologize.
Introduce yourselves, guys.
Please.
My name is Rocky McCumber, and this is my wife, Judy McCumber. And Condi and I have been friends since junior high school, first day of junior high school. And I took the business route, and he took the science route, and we met back up again in college, and we've been friends. I was one of his best men on his wedding, and we've been interconnected now for 60 plus years.
Wow.
You know, he's asked my background, by the way. I spent 35 years in medicine, and my wife spent how many?
Well, 40 total, but specifically for this event here, 20 years in plastic and reconstructive surgery, the last 20 years of my career before I retired.
Right.
And then we spent the last 5 years, we were full-time RVers, but using McCumber X2 Consulting for business development and consulting.
Yes.
Cool.
Full-time RVers. We'll have to get more into that later.
You can interview us. You can interview us later.
Yes.
Anyway, so they had said, "Hey, we want to give away a cruise." I said, "Sure, let's tell everybody about it." Hold on, let me turn this off so it's not in the way. Ooh, there we go. All right, take it away, guys.
Well, what we're going to do is give away a cruise, hopefully a deluxe cabin for anybody who enters the contest. And to enter the contest is very simple. All you have to do is go to our website and sign up for the newsletter on cancerobesityconnection.org. Now, you may be thinking this is going to be, highly medical or highly scientific or technical. It's actually not. We're just going on to the web and we're pulling off topics and articles that are related to obesity and health in general. So cancer is certainly one thing, especially breast cancer, ovarian cancer, endometriosis. Those are all, very, very special topics in cancer-related obesity topics. But we're also going to talk about the metabolic diseases. We're also going to be talking about the AUC, the alcohol use, abuse syndromes and diseases. So there are a lot of different topics that we're going to cover in the newsletter. So all you have to do is go on to it, sign up for it. Let's see, can we advance the slide?
Yep, there you go.
There we go. Okay,
Nice.
so this is a QR code to sign up. This will take you. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
The link is also in the description.
Right, exactly. So just sign up. We just need your first name, your last name, and your email, and you will be entered into the drawing. And for a special perk for the Downsized members, we're going to enter you 5 times.
So for Club
the drawing.
Downsized, yeah.
Club Downsized,
Yep.
right?
That's awesome, man. So let's see.
Oh, cool.
here.
So you've got some like news on here. You've got some
Mhm.
articles. You've got like all kinds of good stuff.
So the plan is this will be open through the last Wednesday in April. And then Condi and Rocky and Judy will come on and do the drawing live. So it should be very exciting, and we'll keep telling you guys about it. So you go register and get an opportunity to be eligible to win.
So they
Thank
have
you.
to go online to cancerobesityconnection.org, sign up for their newsletter with their name, address, and email, and then they will be entered to win a downsized cruise. And we will know by the last Wednesday in April.
Right.
Do I have all
We
that
will
right?
announce it live. You got it. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Actually, we'll do the drawing. Not sure how
For sure.
how we'll do that, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. And look for Condi and team. We've got another one scheduled to record here pretty soon. Should be some interesting information.
If you have questions for Condi, highly technical molecular biology questions, now's your chance to ask someone who knows stuff.
Yeah, I think I don't know if you saw it, Condi. Barb from Healthy at Any Cost was asking a question about the whole highly processed foods and genetic changes and different. Did you see that question?
I didn't see it, but
Yeah,
I can imagine.
that last one. It was more than I even understood what the question was, but I'm positive you do. So.
Okay, sure.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Great.
Thank you.
for having us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Alrighty. There we are. So y'all go sign up for the email list and you might win a cruise. So awesome.
Yeah. All right. Let's see where we were. Rearranging stuff here.
All right. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Also, do you want to give away? We have some things to give away.
We do have some things to give away.
Not cruise related.
Not cruise
Much
related.
lower.
Just
much lower
just
level.
yeah, just tchotchkes.
But when we went to San Francisco last week, I got some Mochi swag. So we thought we would share it with you guys. So our first item up for bids, not up for bids, but up for grabs is a Mochi notebook. So what do you want them to do, Christopher?
They just need to, in the comments, type #Mochi, just like it says there.
#Mochi. So put a comment, #Mochi. Can they put anything else or just
Or
hashtag?
just #Mochi.
Hashtag Mochi, because we have like a little thingy that'll pick somebody. So we've got a notebook is our first prize. And we've got a belt bag.
Fanny pack kind of thing.
Mochi, I don't know. Do you wear them? Does anybody really wear them?
Or is
like
it a crossbody bag now?
crossbody bag? Like somebody decided fanny packs became crossbody bags, and whoever did that is a marketing genius because fanny packs are now cool again. I had my fanny pack back in 1992. So, but this one says Mochi, so people can ask you what's Mochi, and then you can give them your code, and they can join you in your weight loss journey. Okay.
Thought you had something else.
Oh, we have one more thing. It's a Mochi ring light. So you if you're taking a selfie, you clip it to your phone. You go, selfie. Yeah, and I think it has 3 different levels of light.
All
So
right.
Mochi ring light for all you content creators out there that might want that.
All right, let's see here. So we should see.
What?
I just have to pull it over here.
Yeah. All right. So far we've got 45 entries. Well, that's silly because there's 166 people. Okay. All right. We'll give them a few more minutes to
We'll give them a few
hashtag
more
Mochi.
minutes. So make sure you hit hashtag Mochi in the comments and you'll get entered to win one of these things. And when we get a few more, we'll hit the draw button and it'll do its magic.
Yeah. Do you want to look at some other comments while we're doing that? You just made them go away.
There we go. Sorry.
You went the wrong way.
No, I didn't. Let's see here. I had one up here. Hey, Mia. Let's see. Oh, Mia Elrod.
We gave her confetti. Yes.
Oh, did we give her
Yes,
confetti?
we did.
Okay, sorry.
It's hard to get good health these days.
I know it is.
Yeah, no, we've been through these. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, this is the fatigue one.
Yeah,
I apologize.
This is
Fatty
where he
liver.
went to check
I
on
got
something
distracted.
and-
I apologize.
Yeah, it's beep-a-doop-bop, beep-a-doop-bop, boop. Here's one from Judy Pointer. I love watching your videos. My husband and I are retired and both on Mounjaro. Also, I've lost 76 pounds. I've been diabetic for 25 years and got off 2 insulins and metformin. Wow.
Awesome, Judy. Good for
Wow, that's awesome.
So somebody today was asking us to do interviews with people that had diabetes and all of that. You should do a Downsized Dish interview.
Yeah, Judy, send me an email, Laraine@thedownsized.com. I want to know, because we don't really, neither of us are diabetics, or type 2 diabetics. So a lot of people have questions. So maybe
And when
could
people
help us
say
with
you
that.
should interview someone like X, well, I don't have a master list of everyone
Right.
and all of their medical issues. I don't
Right.
know, right? So unless you've mentioned it or something, it's not anything that we have access to.
132 pounds down. Wow. And 2.4 from 135. I don't know what that means. I have an appointment Thursday with the Mochi doctor and next Wednesday with the
I think
nutritionist.
that might be she's on
Awesome.
Semaglutide there.
Okay. Yep. Good for you for going to that nutritionist appointment too. It's
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. There we go. How many people do we have who have entered? 61.
61.
All right. You got about 2 minutes and I'm going to hit the draw button and we're going to see who won the first thing. So let's go here. Mochi, 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 Mochi. Congrats, Judy. That's news. Tomorrow.
Oh, all right. So, so many folks with the disease of diabetes type 2 feel that weight loss is far away. It's great to hear your successes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, these medications were originally developed specifically for type 2 diabetes. So, if you're definitely ask your doctor. You guys are part of my commute several times a week. Well, thanks, Cheryl. All All right.
All
All right.
right.
Let's draw some prizes.
Let's draw a prize here. We
Prize
have,
number 1,
looks
notebook.
like we have 69 people.
So if we pull your name,
or 70.
you have to send me an email because I don't know your address. So send me an email if you win to Laraine at thedownsized.org. And
We'll write down.
I'm going to write down who won. So
Oh, here's 71. You got like 30 seconds. You better get in there to
okay.
type Mochi.
All right, draw.
Here we go.
Draw.
72. Drawing.
Ah, oh, look how fun that is. And the winner is dun 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 dun. Me, Deb. Okay, Deb, you are the winner of this lovely. Oh, look at the fun confetti it makes. I love this so much. You've won the Mochi notebook. Send me your address, Laraine at thedownsized.org. Fun.
All right, so what it'll do is Deb will no longer be eligible. So it'll pull it out of there. And I'll hit draw again. And it will.
Mochi belt bag or not fanny pack.
Crossbody.
I don't know. Crossbody. Dun, 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 dun. Winner, Mr. Jamie
CV67.
All right. Mr.
Jamie, are you a year older than I am? I was born in 1968.
Jamie CV67. Send me an email with your address to Laraine at thedownsized.org, and I will get that out to you tomorrow. And the last prize is the ring light. Ring light. And the winner is, I'm not sending this to Australia. U.S. continental U.S. only.
Angela $1,000 to ship
Angela
it to Australia.
Wood, you're the winner of the ring light. Congratulations. Send me your email. So I'm putting a Post-it note with people's on it because I don't want to send the wrong thing to the wrong person. Yeah, continental U.S. only, please. I don't want to spend $100 to ship something to Australia. No offense, Aussie Craig, but you know what I mean. Okay, so congratulations to Deb, Mr. Jamie CV67, and Angela Wood. You are our lucky winners tonight. So,
all right,
awesome.
There's 171 people out there right now and 121
And if you won, you better like and subscribe. That's all I have to say.
So absolutely like and subscribe.
We don't ask for much, right?
So if you got questions, yelling on questions, YouTube did some weird things. So if I missed anybody, type it back in. I forget. We had some things going on there, but we apologize. We didn't do it on purpose, I assure you. Yeah. So let's see who else we have out there. Now I have to scroll past all the people saying Mochi.
Mochi.
Ben within his own Zepbound Tirzepatide.
Ah, nice. Yes. 12.5 was the top dose I got to, right? It's Darium type 2
Diabetes.
Is deadly. Glad there is hope for us, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Madison's magical. I'm 71 years old as of this past January. Really? I wouldn't have guessed that. And believe me, I've tried it all. And Mochi and compounded Tirzepatide are a miracle and lifesaver for me. I mean, we hear that all the time, right? And we believe it. We believe it. Firsthand knowledge. So yeah, we're glad to have it. Haha, Aussie. Yeah. Yeah. So in our other life, in our other business, we run a package design contest. So we have trophies that we send out, and we end up sending them out. I've sent them to Australia, to Japan, to the UK, to Spain. So I do have the ability to ship internationally, and I also know how much it costs.
Woolworths and Coles have both done very good in the competition. If you're Australian, you'll know them. African and Blessed to Travel says congrats to all the winners.
And we have more.
Yeah, there'll be more.
They gave us a ton of stuff. So tune in next week at 7 p.m. too, and you could win some cool Mochi swag.
So Jamie says that's not his birth year. That was his phone number in the Navy. Thank you for serving.
All right, cool.
But that's cool.
My dad was in the Navy. And what's the nectarine man say? It's got to the point at work where colleagues are getting quite aggressive and asking what I am doing to lose weight. I am not willing to let the whole company know. That's your choice, Nectarine Man. I've said watching calories advice.
Sometimes I say tapeworm. People are
okay, well, here's the thing. So you don't have to tell nobody nothing because it's none of their business, and you don't have to tell if you don't want to. But I want to tell everybody because you could change someone's life with this information, right? You could help somebody. You could get also pushback. You could get the looks and the and you're cheating and medication. Believe me, I've gotten them all. And so what? I don't care, right? We're losing weight. My friend Elaine lost weight on Mounjaro. I saw her at a party and I said, "What are you doing?" Like, I had no idea. "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I haven't really told anybody, but I'll tell you, I'm taking some medicine." I'm like, "What is this medicine?" She said, "Mounjaro." I said, "What? It's Mounjaro. You got to tell me what is this?" So I went home and started Googling it, and here we are today. So you might really help somebody. And if they, what we have to remember and what we need to tell people out in the world is obesity is a disease, like high cholesterol or high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes or diabetes, right? So we're taking a medication to treat our disease, okay? And it's a tool. So it's something that we're going to be on long term. If we stop taking it, in all probability, the weight will come back. So this is just something that we do now. And so
you don't have to tell anybody anything.
You don't have to tell anybody.
Very, very frequently I'll say, I've worked with my doctor and we've built a plan to, work on my health, which is completely true. Right? So I will say take.
Or you could say, I started watching this cool YouTube show called The Downsized with Laraine and Christopher Durham and learned about this cool new weight loss stuff. So send them our way.
We actually have a video, if you go back and look, where we have it's like an hour-long conversation on that question specifically, where there's a lot of varying answers, and a lot of it depends on the person who's asking, why they're asking, and how they're asking.
Right. Sometimes if I just don't feel like it, or if I'm just not thinking they're going to even be receptive to it, I don't even launch into it. But more times than not, I will definitely launch into the whole story.
It depends a lot on the person.
Yeah. Just for me, how did you decide when to start maintenance? I'm trying to decide a goal weight. Excellent question. Okay. So,
not a doctor.
We've been looking at these charts, right? As women, we've been looking at these weight loss charts for our whole lives. I remember 17 magazine in the 80s had, if you were 5 foot, you should weigh 100 pounds, then you add 5 pounds for every inch.
That's not recommended.
I look at the Weight Watchers chart. I did Weight Watchers for years and years. I'm a Weight Watchers lifetime member now. So that's really the chart I use to determine my goal weight. But then once I got to my goal weight, I always picked it as the top of the range, right? Because you have this range, and I always just wanted to get to the top, which for a long time was 156 pounds, which I could never really get down to. So once I got there, I was like, maybe I can go a little bit lower. So then I went to 150, and then I went to 145. Now I'm at 139, which is probably about as low as I want to go. Okay. So you want to find a weight that you can maintain without really, restricting yourself from everything fun in life, right? So I want to have a piece of birthday cake. It's my birthday month. I like chocolate. I want to have a piece of chocolate now and then. It's fine. I don't want to be on something so restrictive that I can't go out to dinner with my husband for our anniversary. So
that's coming up too.
Yeah. So you kind of have to figure that out with your doctor and kind of figure it out for yourself. So I got to the top dose of 12.5 milligrams, and then I started coming down every month. I got down to like a 5 milligram dose, and I thought, "Ooh, wow, food noise. I'm really hungry." So I went up to 7.7, and I've kind of been maintaining at 7.7 for a while. I think this is a good maintenance dose for me. So it's just a very personal
so I was very
decision.
different. So I really, for the last 2 or 3 years, have been discussing these medications with my local doctor. Great guy, to the point of when we finally figured out a way we could afford it and do all the things we need to do. He and I sat down, and he's a great doctor because he sits with you and he talks to you and he looks to you and he listens to me. and you don't feel like there's not enough time, right? It's just he's very present.
Yeah. Everyone should have such a good doctor.
Yeah, no,
as this
absolutely.
doctor.
But when we talked about, well, tell me about your weight. When did you last feel healthy? When did you last feel your best? And then
1973.
right. Well, not that I was. I would have been 6 years old or 5 years old or whatever. And he had his laptop there, and we pulled up a couple of what is the BMI lock, and he's like, "Well, BMI kind of sucks. It's not really a great way to do it."
Is there a car alarm going on?
Someone's car alarm is going off outside. And we looked at a bunch of different, we checked that out, a bunch of different things.
Stopped.
And finally got to a place where I was like, when I graduated from high school, I was 186 pounds. And I wasn't big, I wasn't little, I was just a regular size person. So he looks at it and he goes, well, you could be that. That's certainly well within the range of all of these things. My challenge was at that point, I still kind of thought these medications might be not real. I really wasn't sure whether I believed.
Is this really going to work?
Is this really going to work?
I've tried everything.
So my original goal, I said, I just want to be under 200 pounds. And I want to be safely under 200 pounds such that I'm not bouncing up and down above 200 pounds because it just felt like emotionally that's painful, right? So I said 190 pounds. Well, that was 75 weeks ago.
When you started, you picked your goal weight at the very beginning?
No, the first 2 or 3 months. The beginning, I just kind of like
was like, is this going to work? Who knows? Gonna happen. Let me see if I can lose 20 pounds.
I think after I'd lost 30 pounds, the doctor and I discussed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to 190 pounds about 3.5, 4 weeks ago. Which was startling. Honestly, actually, when I got below 200, it was startling. When I got to 190, it was, the reality of a goal weight for me was it was kind of like saying I'm going to win the lottery.
Right.
I didn't really believe.
When I started 193 pounds, if you told me I was going to weigh 139 in 75 weeks, I would say you're out of your mind.
So I got to 190, and then I looked at it and went, well, I'm almost 100 pounds down, and that would be basically at 186 what I graduated from high school with. So now I'm 98 pounds down. So basically, once I get to 100, I'm done. And I feel great. My blood pressure is normal or better than normal every day. I'm not taking blood pressure medication. I'm not taking cholesterol medication. I check my blood pressure on a daily basis. I had undiagnosed sleep apnea that she'll tell you I stopped breathing and snoring and all of that stuff. I probably needed to go do the test.
Dead, this guy.
And that's gone.
Not anymore.
Steps are not a problem. I had my first knee surgery when I was 6 years old. So, I mean, it's just how I feel today versus a year ago is so dramatically different that I don't know that losing 5 more pounds is going to make me feel any better. Just
right. And I think, probably a male versus female perspective, right? Because, I keep thinking, well, maybe do I need to weigh this? Do I need to weigh that? Like, I always wanted to weigh X weight.
I never had that.
Maybe
that
I
just
can
wasn't my
now.
Experience.
Well, because before, as an adult, I had never gotten below 170 pounds. So I was 5'5" for most of my adult life. And at 5'5" and 170 pounds, I was running half marathons. Like, I was really busting a move, right, to get to that weight, and I could never get below it. And so the fact that I am now in the 140s, just like it's just really taken a while to kind of wrap my head around that. So, that's a very long-winded.
Yeah, there's no set way to pick yours. It's going to be talk to your doctor. There's a variety of medical charts out there. Ask yourself when you felt good the last time. It's
and you can always hold at a weight, and if you want to drop down, you could always pull the levers. What levers do we have? Go up and dose, go down and count. You can see kind of what levers you want to pull to kind of get to where you feel your best. And take notes as you go. Take note, write down your dose, write down your weights every week. See what side effects you have. Make
and
notes.
set goals for yourself, because my goal was never to be skinny. I didn't think I want to be skinny. Your goal was to be skinny, right?
I've wanted to be skinny since
Yeah.
I was 12 years old.
So it just depends on what.
Still not skinny, but I feel fit.
My
now,
goal was
right?
to be alive. And I have girls in college, and I'd like to see them be married one day and walk them down the aisle. And I'd like to see grandbabies one day. So being alive was my goal. And it's different for everybody.
Vilon86, I am one of your type 2 diabetic losers. I responded very well to Mounjaro. A1C went from 7 to 5.2 and down almost 70 pounds since June. Wow, that's quick.
Well, Vilon, you should come
Yes.
on and do a Downsized Dish interview with us.
Send me an email, Laraine@thedownsized.org. We'd love to talk to some more type 2 diabetic people, because that seems to be the question more and more lately.
It does, absolutely.
Why are you scrolling through?
Because it's always a challenge, my love.
Brochet. Oh, Jamie B. Since GLP-1s are peptides and our bodies naturally make them, can people with type 1 diabetes use the medication?
So yes, and we have done some interviews with people with type 1 diabetes.
That's a doctor question.
Right, we're not doctors, but there was
some type 1 diabetes.
There was one guy we did an interview with. It works much more slowly, but yes, and the difference between the GLP-1s that are in the medication, and if Condi were still here, we could get him to speak. He actually spoke to it in one of the interviews we did, is the GLP-1s that are naturally produced in your body have a half-life of 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
The ones that Novo Nordisk originally figured out how to create, and then Eli Lilly and other folks have come along and worked on it, have a half-life of 5 days. So they're really peptides that mimic the original GLP-1, so they're slightly different and they last longer.
Mm-hmm.
But type 1s can use them.
Work colleagues are not friends. Tell them to mind their business. Mind the business that pays them.
There you go,
heard that, Durham. Brochet says, got booked with a nutritionist on Mochi because of your interview. Oh, great. I go to Weight Watchers, but I guess I'll give it a try. I still go to Weight Watchers. I mean, a 40% improvement in success. Why not? Exactly.
It doesn't cost anything extra, so you might as well.
Yeah, I've been going to Weight Watchers at this particular location like for years. I don't know, 5 years, 7 years, like a long time. And so I know the leader, I know the lady who weighs me. The lady who weighs me has been weighing me for 10 years. Her name is Karen. She's like so non-judgmental. Like, I love these people, right? So it was hard for me to say, I'm not going to see you guys anymore, because I still like the topics that Weight Watchers has. I can't follow their eating plan, because without a GLP-1, I could never get to my goal weight. So what does that say?
So there's 197 people or 99 people out there right now, 131 likes. If you hit that like and subscribe button, we are moving forward.
It's not a secret and not ashamed in the slightest, but I'm not willing to be part of office gossip for a week or so. And that's totally fine. I used to work with the most gossipy people. But you know what? I worked in the clothing industry. I was a clothing buyer, and I worked at one particular office that was 99% women. And it was almost like some of them were in a contest to see how thin they could get, how little they could eat, and it was just like, this one lady only drank Americanos from Starbucks all day long. That's all she ate. She didn't eat breakfast. She didn't break for lunch. She only drank Starbucks Americanos. Like, what is so crazy? And you know what? It's your business. You can definitely keep it to yourself and do what you want. Dana Virginia says, my cholesterol went down several points, now below 200.
I think that's the lady we met on the cruise.
Oh yeah. Hey, Dana. Combo of Zepbound and other practices. Yep. So, hi, my friend. So we were on the Celebrity Reflection, same ship we're going on in June. We were on it. Was it just like 2 weeks ago?
It was.
Seems so long ago now. We went to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, and I'd gone to yoga in the gym one day, and I'm coming down the stairs, and Dana stops me and goes, "I know you." And I said, "You do?" She said, "You don't know me, but I know you." I said, "Oh yeah." She goes, "Yeah, you're Laraine from the Downsized." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so crazy that someone would recognize me like out in the wild." That's only happened to me like twice. So maybe y'all will see me on a commercial now. But yeah, so that's cool, Dana. I'm glad that your Christopher's cholesterol came way down. So he's totally off his cholesterol medication now. Nectarine Man says, you tell one person with good intentions and suddenly most interesting to talk about at the water cooler, and I'd rather not. Again, totally up to you. But if word does get out, every woman in that office is gonna be coming and asking you for tips.
And every man.
And men might want to know too, but everybody's going to want to know more. I go to a local gym. It's also a senior center, a rec center, and they all wanted to know what I was doing. So I've told them all, and some of them were like, and some of them were like, Mochi, and I signed up all my friends. And so anyway, Mindy M says, lately I'm channeling my inner Laraine and telling more and more people. I'm tired of hiding in a GLP-1 closet. Yes, Mindy, but it took almost a year to even tell my mom. Do what's comfortable, Nectarine. Yeah, I think about you a lot, Mindy. Mindy came on and did an interview almost a year ago, wasn't it, Mindy? You were one of the very first interviews we did. And she said, yeah, I haven't told my mom. I haven't told, a lot of my friends. And we didn't tell my parents for the first 3 or 4 months. And then we started in September. And when we started the YouTube channel, I was like, well, I guess if I'm going to tell the world, I should probably tell my parents. Because, my mom had always wanted me to lose weight. She had always taken me to Weight Watchers. She took me to Nutrisystem when I was in 7th grade. Like, she really wanted to help me, and I think she was glad that I finally found something that worked for me. Her comment to me is always like, well, do you have to stay on it forever? Well, yeah, probably, Mom, but I don't care. So, yeah.
The question I've started asking back on that question is, well, this is the medical treatment of the disease of obesity, so it's a slightly different thing, but if it were a diet, name a diet that I wouldn't have to be on forever. Is there anyone that's permanent?
Well, you stop working out, the things come back.
There's no such thing as permanent.
You stop, right. So, it's somebody compared it to, I think telling everyone might calm that down. It's no longer, if everybody knows, then who cares? Dr. Dan compared it to, driving a car. Like, I could walk to where I'm going, but I choose to drive my car because it's a little faster. Like, I'm taking these GLP-1s because it's just a tool, like a car or, he had other good examples. I have to go back and watch his interview again. So much good stuff in there. Christopher, the chart is correct. I just had an in-body scan, and it told me I needed to be between 100 and 106 pounds for my height and age. 45 years old, 4'11". Yeah, that's hard when you're 4'11". So
we just interviewed a girl
in the UK,
or a woman in the UK. She was 27, 28 years old. So she was
4'11".
Yeah, she was very small. She had lost 80 pounds. She'll be on the channel next week, actually. Her name is Amy May.
Yeah. CC says, my Kaiser doctor, and I'm also on Medicare, knows I'm on the medication, but I'm pretty sure Kaiser would not write me a prescription for Lilly Direct if I need it.
I'm not sure what. I mean, Lilly Direct is really just another pharmacy, so they should write it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't care where they send it to. When the doctor says, where would you like me to send the prescription to? It shouldn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the same chatter, those who have done bariatric surgery. Yeah. I've only known, like, in my work life, I worked with one lady who did bariatric surgery, and this was after she already had it done. It was when I came to work with her. And she was just very open about it. But yeah. I mean, some people just don't want to say anything. My cardiologist first told me about it, so it's easy to tell people how I'm doing it. Yep. Thank you for your advice, channel, and effort to keep people healthier, Laraine and Christopher. Yeah, I mean, you might save somebody's life, like not for anything, like that's why we made this channel, because we want to get the message out, right? Brochet at CC, they will write you the prescription but not cover it. I'm in the know. Don't you hate when that happens? Yeah.
So and
they'll
Lily,
write it.
and
They're
Lily
not gonna
Direct
cover
is a cash price anyway. They're not gonna. I mean, they're not gonna. No insurance is gonna cover that cash price. You're gonna have to get the pins for that.
Wayne Whitmer, it's the same chatter that bariatric patients get. I'm the only one of 3 siblings that didn't go that route, but people want to know, how did you do it? Oh, I always want to know. When women ask other women all the time. Women see other women lose weight. How'd you do it? What's your secret? Like, what kind of diet is this? Like, are you taking some pills? Like, I want to know all the tricks. So, I don't know. I think it's different, women's point of view, men's point of view. But
so Angela says, have you heard anything? I heard the judge just came back with a decision on the OFA lawsuit. I saw Dave talking about that. I can tell you, when you look at the Pacer Monitor site, which Pacer Monitor is the federal database for these, we have a subscription to it. I actually printed it out. So what the Pacer Monitor site says right now, as today, March 5th, is that the opinion is sealed. It's a restricted document. So sealed opinion in order denying 64 motion for injunction ordered by Judge Mark Pittman on 3/5/2025. So they had requested a preliminary injunction. So we assume what this means is that the preliminary injunction was denied. Now I can't open it and read it. Normally I could open this and be a PDF and there'd be 5 pages or 10 pages or whatever there. So we could get more detail on it. The preliminary injunction doesn't necessarily mean the case doesn't move forward, though. So stay tuned. Hopefully they'll reveal this or they'll add some more stuff to it. I don't know. Maybe I saw what Dave was saying. Maybe Dave's right, but right now I don't think there's enough information to really tell you what's going on there.
I like the way you think, Laraine. I agree. I don't want a bunch of restrictions. I've had them all my life. I'm loving the GLP-1. Yeah. I'm not sure what I said that you liked, but thanks. Probably restrictions on food, right? I don't want to eliminate food groups. I like bread. I had oatmeal for breakfast. Like I'm not eliminating things out of my diet. I'm just now eating just much smaller amounts. Like I couldn't even finish my bowl of oatmeal. Is that weird? Like it's the same bowl of oatmeal I've eaten a million times, but now it's just like, this is too much. So, yep. I could go smaller for my height, but I feel good. Like how I look at my clothes, 5'3" and 135. Yeah, and you know what? You want to have some muscle, right? You want to be able to, move through the world and feel good and, feel good in your clothes. So,
and it's where BMI gets weird, because if you saw any of the muscle builder kind of big people, their BMI is always off the chart, and they look on BMI like they're fat, and they're obviously not.
Mel says they will be replacing BMI with body roundness index. You know what? I don't want somebody to tell me how round my body is.
Well, so we've actually done news reports. There's a couple of different proposed replacements for it. One just came out from the Lancet. We did this a couple of weeks ago. You can go back and look at. I did a whole report on it. There was another European version, but they all have a lot more data to them. So
considers waist circumference. Yeah, that was always my problem. Was all my weight was around my middle. So yeah. Just for me, thank you for your advice. My doctor wants me at a healthy BMI, but I think weight range would be too low. Yeah, I mean, you're the one who has to live it, right? The good thing is that if compounded Tirzepatide goes away, at least Mochi can order the branded medication, and I can stay with Mochi. Yeah.
That's right.
And you know what? This whole lawsuit thing, it really isn't even about. I mean, it is about compounding, but it's not. It's about whether the medication is in shortage or not, and whether whether the FDA sided with Lilly saying it was out of shortage. It's
about whether they followed the appropriate procedures.
Right. But it's really not, it will affect compounding eventually, but this lawsuit isn't whether or not compounding is going to go away. This lawsuit right now that they're in process with today. So nobody panic. Let's just keep moving along. You both look great as you are, but only you know how low you should go. Right.
I'm like 2 pounds away, and it's really just I want
He
to say
really
I'm
just
100
wants to
pounds
say
down,
he's 100
honestly.
pounds. Like I wanted to say I was 50 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, and why not? Wayne Whitmer says, I should have stock in Weight Watchers. Me too, man. As long as I've contributed over the years with some success at losing quite a bit, but unfortunately gained it back as I couldn't stay on it. Yeah, I've lost multiple times on Weight Watchers. I think the most I ever lost on Weight Watchers after I had my third child, I lost 50 pounds. And I went from like 232 to 180 something and kind of just stopped. Like I couldn't get below that. She was shocked to see me. Yes, it's funny. If you see me out in the world, say hello.
Say hello.
Ada Gonzalez says, doing well. 2nd month on 5 milligrams Tirzepatide, looking into Mochi. The interview was great. Well, thank you. And thanks for being a member of Club Downsized. Jamie B, a type 2 was prescribed Trulicity. Then it was discovered they were actually a type 1 and they are still prescribed Trulicity. That's a conversation that I did not see the beginning of.
Well, that was part of the type 1s.
Oh, right. Wonky donkey. Mm-hmm. Valerie Scruggs. One of my coworkers is on a GLP-1 and we talk openly in the break room while we eat lunch together. Well, that's nice. You have a little support group. We get questions from others and happily share information. I mean, I think that's great. I mean, I've met so many people by talking about GLP-1s. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm on that too," or "Oh yeah, my sister's on that."
In the line at the grocery store, and
on the cruise.
Sometimes I walk into places and go, "Can you please just not tell them?" Because sometimes I just want to be the regular size person, not the fat guy that lost weight.
You know, on the inside, I'm always going to be the fat person, right? I don't feel like I'm not a fat person. Like, and if you just came to our channel and you're just seeing me for the first time, you might think, well, what does this girl know about a woman? What does this woman know about losing weight? Like, she didn't lose any weight. Oh yeah, I did. Like when we did the commercial, they had us send in family photos and pictures of us at varying weights, and they framed them and put them in our pretend house. And at one point, they took shots for the commercial of these different photographs, and we've shown a lot of them of us at our, maybe heavier weights. And members of the crew came up to me and said, "Oh my gosh, you really did lose some weight." I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like where I were here in the commercial, but but to me, I'm still like, I'm not really a thin person. I'm really a fat person masquerading now as a thin person. Do y'all understand that? Does that make sense? In my Oprah voice, I love bread. I eat bread every day. I do remember that Oprah commercial when you
like bread much more than I do. I like bread.
I love bread. When we went to San Francisco, we went and got the soup in the sourdough bread bowl. Oh, and you might think, oh my gosh, that would make me gain 5 pounds. I didn't gain no weight. Gained no weight in San Francisco. 0 pounds. I don't know. Because we don't eat like that all the time. Yes, so nice to have a cheat and not gain 5 pounds, right? It's like weird. Used to be I'd look at a glass of wine and 2 candy bars and be up 10 pounds the next day. Laraine, I'm getting a little crazy. I'm getting a little punchy. I think it's probably time for us to wrap this up. CTS Diva, thanks Laraine for pairing me with my cruise partner. Oh yay! I'm so happy to be part of Downsized Cruise. Much thanks. Yes, so if you want to come on the cruise and you're like, but it's just me and I don't have, none of my friends want to come, or I need a roommate, like send me an email and I'll try to put you with somebody. I think I've paired up a couple of rooms now, but yeah, people ask me all the time, so send me an email. So the Zepbound fatigue, yeesh, yeah. About to titrate to 7.5. I'm focusing on protein, hydrating with electrolytes. I still get extremely fatigued for 2 to 3 days after injections.
Yeah, we had that early on too. I can tell you, it should, as you move forward in the doses and your body gets adjusted, it should diminish.
Yeah,
So.
water. Like this holds 40 ounces. I try to drink at least 2 a day, sometimes 3. Laraine is all of us. 1207. Yeah.
So Timothy W says, can anyone elaborate on how Mochi will be able to order through Lilly Direct? I know they have 2 companies
No.
they use now, and Ro can use Lilly Direct. Well, so the thing about Lilly Direct and the thing about, so Mochi can write both branded prescriptions and they can fill compounded, because their prescribers are doctors or whatever the super nurse is that can write a prescription.
Mm-hmm.
But so they can send a prescription to your local pharmacy. They can send it to Lilly Direct. There's no difference to them. They don't care. If they love
I don't know that Mochi will send to Lilly
They
Direct.
will, absolutely.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yep, they were talking about it in the Facebook group today.
Oh, I got banned from the Mochi Facebook group.
I'm sure we can get you back in.
But
that's how it is. So basically, when you meet with
story.
your prescriber, they're doctors. They can write the prescription and they can run your insurance. So they can run your insurance and they'll do it first for you. And if you get cleared for Zepbound, Mounjaro, Ozempic, or Wegovy, they'll write you a prescription for those things, send it to your local drugstore, CVS, Walgreens, Costco, wherever, it doesn't matter. Or if you didn't get cleared, they can either do compounding for you, or they could send it to Lilly Direct, or now they could send it to the Novo Nordisk direct-to-consumer pharmacy as well. I don't remember the name of that.
Yeah, I got to get back in that Mochi Facebook group. If you want to join my Facebook group, it's called Tirz, T-I-R-Z, Tips and Tricks with the Downsized, and you'll see our logo, and that's how you'll know that it's me. You have to answer the questions or I will not let you in, but they're easy questions, and it's, you just have to say, I agree to the rules of I won't try to sell people, peptides from China.
And our cat's name is Jojo.
No, that's the other one. You're not supposed to tell that one.
Sorry. Never mind.
Mr. Can't keep a secret over here. Kim Katz, did either of you have weeks where you actually went up a pound or 2?
Sure.
Yeah. My birthday, New Year's Eve, Christmas, went on vacation.
I mean, there were weeks for a long time where I was pretty close to flat. I don't think I was ever completely flat, but I might have been like 0.1. There were weeks where I went up a couple of pounds.
Well, and the thing about it is sometimes I think it's good to kind of take a break from low calorie eating all the time and eat maybe at a higher level. I think it kind of encourages your metabolism to get going again sometimes.
So when you're feeling that, if you're using a digital scale like we do, if you go from the daily view to the weekly view to the yearly view and zoom out, so look at your total progress, look at the chart of it, because it's going down, and you may see a little dip. That's how most people's are.
It's JoJo. She's on the
but
spreadsheet.
You can see. So I mean, we say it all the time, and it's very cliched, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. So
I keep a spreadsheet. I'm waiting for one of these apps to come out with something that's better than my Excel spreadsheet, and so far, no good. But I track every week on Friday. I put my weight into the sheet, and I put the date of my shot, the milligram dose I'm on, the pounds difference, and any little notes onto the side, things that are going on that week. And I mean, it was vacations. And I could almost see some little, not stalls, but just kind of where my weight went up like a blip, and I knew maybe it was time to go up in my medication. Talk to your doctor.
Everybody's that I've ever seen, and I've asked a bunch of people, the weight goes shoop, and it'll do a little up, and then it goes another down and a little up, and it's the same pattern every time.
Everybody say hi to JoJo.
Let's see here. Darium says, from what I understand, the disease of obesity doesn't go away if your weight is within the normal range. It's chronic and requires some care. But hashtag not a doctor, not a pharmacist. Yeah.
Right.
That's our understanding as well. Darium.
Yeah. So the disease of obesity, your brain is constantly telling you there's a famine, search for food, get food immediately. That's what drives the food noise, right? And then we eat the food, but then our stomach can't make the peptide to tell our brain that, oh, you're full, stop eating. Before this medication, I rarely got full. Maybe at Thanksgiving, maybe at some overabundant of food situation, but on a day-to-day basis, I mean, I think on Nutrisystem, rate your hunger, rate your fullness. I was never full. I was always starving. So this medicine just kind of fills in those things that were missing when we have the disease of obesity. I sure don't want to go back to that. Valerie Scruggs says, I was mentally fat in high school. I weighed 155 pounds and was a curvy 5'6". That's when I think we were all there in the 80s for sure. That's when the crash dieting began and the start of breaking my metabolism. Yeah, so crash diets just really messed me up, right? So you lose 10 pounds and you gain that back and then you gain some more and you're like, oh, now I'm really fat. But the problem is every time you go on a crash diet, you lose some fat and you lose some muscle too. And that's the problem is when you have less muscle, then you're burning less calories at rest. And every time it's hard to put muscle back once it's gone. So that's why we want to eat protein. We want to try to get some weight training in there if you can. Now JoJo's sitting behind me.
All right.
Yep. Cecil. It will take years. Isn't that the same last name as the guy who was with Condi?
That is him.
That is. Because I kept wanting to say cucumber. Cucumber. Sorry, Cecil. It will take years, if ever, to lose the feeling of being the fat person. I'm always going to be like, and I was in high school, 220-pound me, I was voted friendliest. I know you all find that hard to believe. But yeah, that's just, it kind of shaped my personality, and that's just who I am.
Let's see here. JB says the decision was made about 503B pharmacies or A's. The judge ruled, well, not really. And I saw what Dave was saying. What I would say is just hold off for a day and let's take a look at it. So we have a subscription to the federal database that tracks all of these court cases. Right now, the document is sealed. So there is a sealed opinion. It's a restricted document, an order that says denying 64 motion for injunction. So that's the preliminary injunction. That just means they had said, hey, you should go ahead and rule on this. That doesn't mean there was actually the case is completely done. So until they unseal this and we know more what the judge is saying and we see what next steps are, he didn't, this doesn't tell me they knocked it out of court. Let's see here. We have one from Piggy Ass No More.
Hey, Piggy. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for all you do. You guys are the only ones that don't feed into the, what's FUD mean?
Fucked up disorder.
Under the guise of advocacy, clickbait, and speculation hurts folks, and you guys are just the facts, fam. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Piggy. Yes, because I hate when I don't want to get people upset, right? I don't want people to go, oh my God, compounding's going away right now. What do I do? What do I do? Because that was me in October.
Thank you, Piggy.
And, everything was coming out one after the, oh, this is going to happen. This is happening. This is happening. I'm like, I can't, I can't go through this every day.
So,
nothing has happened yet.
So he could be correct. I don't know. What I know is there's one line here that does not give me enough information.
Right.
So when we get more information, we'll be back and we'll tell you what we know.
So you guys, if you want to like and subscribe to our channel, he goes live anytime there's an update and something happens in this world. And sometimes it's not even, we will always keep you informed with the facts. So we have a subscription to this monitoring service where we get the court cases dumped into our email. I'm not looking at it. He's looking at it. So like and subscribe to us because we're just two people in your neighborhood that lost some weight on a compounded Tirzepatide, and I hope nobody takes it away from me. Lovely one. My doc says that it doesn't matter why your BMI is high because of the increased body mass. Huh? That's why they have heart attacks.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
what does that mean?
It is possible. Like I said, Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's a whole interview with
the bodybuilder thing,
where you see him talking about how much muscle he had and his BMI was high. Was Arnold having a heart attack? Well, maybe from steroids. I don't know, but certainly not from being fat.
Not that we know anything about that. We're not slandering Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
Wayne Whitmer says having tons of issues with hitting the enter button.
There was some weird things in here. I just skipped over that, Wayne. I didn't know what curve meant. So.
Oh, no worries. Fimo. My A1C went from 7.2 to 5.7 in 6 months with retatrutide. How'd you get your retatrutide?
Trial.
Are you in the trial?
I think so.
So retatrutide is give me Zepbound after trial ends. Retatrutide is the next generation of these medications. It's currently in the phase 3 trials. Am I saying that right? It's in trials.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Lori says, I recently started on Zepbound and started looking for more information. Then I found your channel. La! I'm loving the content and information. I'm learning so much. Almost 4 weeks in, and I lost 7 pounds. Sounds like you're doing great. Oops, I was referring to bodybuilders having heart attacks, even though
So
they
my
haven't.
understanding, because I listened, there's a whole interview with Schwarzenegger where he talks about all of that early stuff. My understanding was the reason a lot of those folks had, and I'm not a doctor, heart attacks was because they got so lean that they got so lean that they actually started eating away at their heart muscle. Right, you've got to have enough fat to keep you active and moving. You have to watch Arnold. He's
right.
pretty.
I don't think I'm ever going to.
Yeah, that's not a problem I'm ever going to have.
That's not a problem for this channel.
No.
But it's interesting. Hi, JoJo. Hey, Terry. JoJo's sitting behind me, trying not to be a menace to society. Wawa 1207. The beauty of using GLP-1s is if you do have some blips, it's easy to get back. Right. You just take your shot. You just keep taking the shot. Before that would completely derail my eating plan and I'd struggle to get back on plan. Yeah, exactly. So I'd have a weekend of, wine and pizza and.
We went on a cruise and I gained a couple of pounds and basically it fell right off pretty quickly. It wasn't a big deal.
Just take the shot. Just keep taking. Right. And this isn't something we're going to go off and on. Shotzi is a great app to track shot. Yeah, try Shotzi.
I think it's interesting. But if Shotzi's out there, hey, give us a call. We'd love you to.
If you use Shotzi, then yeah, that's great. I looked at it and was kind of like,
Valerie says FUD is fear, uncertainty, and denial.
Oh,
all
right.
No more. Thank you.
You guys are teaching me so many
that's nicer than my
words.
version. So.
Fucked up something.
Fucked up beyond disbelief. Yeah.
Fubar. I know that one. Troy C says finishing up week 5 on Mounjaro, down 13 pounds so far. I will be taking my second 5 milligram shot tomorrow. All right, cool. Good news is that insurance covers. Bad news is because A1C is 7. You know what? However you get that insurance to cover it, it's all good. And your A1C will hopefully go down. So that's awesome. Sydney Moore says, I was always told that you'll stop losing weight when your body gets to its ideal weight. I've never been there, so I don't know.
That's a good question for Condi. I'm not so sure that's the case.
I mean, you can suppress your eating.
I know one of the conversations that I've been reading about retatrutide. So retatrutide is that next generation. And it has a third action to it. And I won't remember what the third piece is right now. A glucagon, I think, is that they're concerned about who they prescribe it to and how it's managed because the weight loss is so much higher than Tirzepatide and so much more rapid that they're concerned about people hurting themselves with weight loss.
Losing too much weight.
Yeah. So it becomes a question for all of these guys of how do you manage and what's the appropriate med for the appropriate person and what kind of management do they have for it?
Too much weight loss. What a problem. Linda G says, hi. Hi, Linda G. I lost too much weight with retatrutide. Said, not me ever.
JM became a new YouTube member. Thank you very much, JM.
Thanks,
And look at there. Wayne Whitmer just gifted 5 downsized memberships. So what will happen?
What's that mean?
As best I understand, so Wayne basically paid for the memberships.
Oh, thanks, Wayne.
And you'll get a membership, and it's for a limited period of time, I think, a month or two. But you'll get a membership, and it randomly picks them. We can't decide who they are, so you may have just gotten a membership. But if you do, hey, welcome. We'd love to have you be a part of it.
Thank you.
Watch out for our weekly lives. So thank you very much, Wayne. Here, let me give you. Here, let's do a dancing girl.
Gotta get a new dancing girl.
We can add some more people.
Yeah. Well, thanks. That's cool. Elizabeth, I always feel good at BMI of 27, 28. I don't even know what my BMI is. Let's go to the videotape.
Let's see. It's on
my scale app. So my scale app says my BMI is 24.1.
Oh.
What's yours? Like
22.8.
How is your BMI lower than mine?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, 26.2.
Thank you. All right.
I read the wrong thing.
Okay. Yeah.
26.2.
Yeah. 139.4, y'all. I was thinking it was 139.8. It's 0.4.
Okay.
That's just crazy.
So Lisa's thanking Wayne. Thank you very much, Wayne. We appreciate it. Thank you, Wayne, very much. Let's see who all we have out. There's 205 viewers right now. There's 166 likes. So if you haven't already, take a minute, hit that like button. It'd be great to get to 200 before we get out of here. Before Laraine passes out and just kind of does that.
I'm so tired.
Wawa1207 says, thanks, Wayne. That's sweet.
Yep.
Terry says, thanks, Wayne. How do we know who the winners are?
Yeah, how do we know?
YouTube magically bestows them. There's no way for me to even know.
Can you look into your user info?
Yeah, it'll
something?
send you an alert. Yeah.
No one's ever done that before, so Wayne, so thanks. So we'll figure it out. Peggy says, hi to you both. I watched your show earlier today. Anything new on Ozempic? Nope, just
No.
Wegovy is $4.99 if you go with Novo's direct pharmacy thing.
Nothing good. And then there is the Semaglutide case between the FDA and the OFA, and of course Novo Nordisk just got looped in got included in an unimposed motion to intervene. Okay. But no, hopefully they'll follow suit with the $4.99 out of pocket. But I think the insurance coverage for Ozempic is so much higher that it's a much larger percentage than it is for Wegovy. So they're not quite as worried about that.
Larger percentage.
Because so many people are diabetic and they're more likely to be covered.
Ozempic is for type 2 diabetes. Wegovy is for weight loss. Both those medicines contain semaglutide.
Correct. Yeah. So nothing right now, but we'll if I see it, we'll definitely tell you about it. Charlene Phelps says hello from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hello, Charlene.
Hello, Woodkirky.
Woodkirky. Lots of people skipped doses over the holidays to eat, drink, and be social. Treated it like a game, not a medication. They wouldn't skip other meds. Your thoughts? Well,
I thought it's don't skip doses. I only have missed one dose in the 75 weeks, and I didn't want to. We forgot to take one with us when we were traveling.
I did skip okay, so we started September of 2023. In January of 2024, we went on a cruise that had been planned for a while. We're going on a cruise with friends. I got the drink package. We were going to have a yeehaw good time. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to take my shot this week because I want to eat and drink all the things. So I didn't take my shot. I ate and drank all the things. That was one of the times when my weight went up. Somebody was asking before. And I came back, took the shot. And then the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to. So now through vacation, through whatever, I take my shot regularly. I don't skip shots because I just don't want to do that anymore.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's just not it's not healthy for me to do that. A lot of people do it.
The challenge of skipping your shot too is, the medication has a half-life of 5 days, right?
Right. It was harder to build
but that only means it's after the first 5 days, half of it's gone. The medication actually stays in your system for 28 days and it continues to have a half-life thereafter. So when you skip a shot, you're impacting the next 28 days.
Yeah. So when I had to have a colonoscopy, the first colonoscopy that I had in November, they wanted me to be off for 7 days. And I said, I'm going to be off for 14 days. But then the way the calendar fell, I was actually off for 17 days. And then by the time I had the colonoscopy and took the shot again, I was really struggling to get the level of medication back up in my systems to where I wasn't thinking about food 24 hours a day and just wanting to eat everything. So that was kind of like a good wake up call for me. And then I had to have a second colonoscopy in January. They again said 7 days, and I think I was off 9 days, and it was a much easier re-entry into the GLP-1.
I take my shot every week. I'm not. I only missed it once and we forgot it and I was not happy about it.
And we took it a few days.
Yeah, we took
late.
it a day or two later.
Oh, Kimberly Rogers got a gifted membership. She says, thanks. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Wayne says, and I'll have to figure out where it says
the Turtle Diaries. We know her.
Yeah,
Lisa Tipton, we know her. I know all these people. That's cool. Excellent.
Here we go, Piggy.
Oh, what's Piggy say? Does anyone know, whereas Tirzepatide, Semaglutide started as type 2 diabetes drugs and then off-label for weight loss, is retatrutide reverse? Like, is retatrutide developed for type 2 diabetes, or was it just developed for weight loss, or what's the deal with this retatrutide? And
I did a video on it a while back, Piggy, and I don't.
He's Googling.
I'm trying to remember.
GIP, GLP-1, and glucagon receptor. So it has 3 things in it. 3 things in it. Potential. It's for both.
Yeah. According to the American Diabetes Association, it's an investigational molecule suitable for once weekly. So they're testing it. We could go back and figure that. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm pretty sure they're including both in the clinical trials right now.
People with type 2 diabetes, retatrutide showed clinical. Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting question, right? Is anybody ever going to just try to develop something just for weight loss? Or is it always going to come out of type 2 diabetes medications?
I think right now what's happening.
And really, who cares? Like, does it even matter?
But who cares is,
I mean, type 2 diabetics care, obviously. But I mean, speaking as a weight loss person.
Yeah, I know Pfizer and a couple of these companies are not actively saying anything's being developed for obesity because they think the path to get it approved by insurance is so steep.
Because everybody hates fat people, and fat people should just be able to diet and exercise.
A bunch of these are being cleared first for other comorbidities, heart disease, a bunch of other things. So
Thanks for the super chat, Piggy.
Absolutely, you're the man. So Piggy, if you Google, there's a whole thing on the NIH.
We'll have to get Cloakster to give us.
Where retatrutide is
Cloakster's
being researched for diabetes. So
where's Cloakster? He's not here.
You never know. Cloakster's a busy man.
He's hanging out.
Yeah.
What's Frazzled say? I need to stay away from food I like too much. Eating it even once, like during a holiday, makes it so much harder for me to stay on a healthy diet. Are you taking a GLP-1, Frazzled? Because it doesn't sound to me like maybe you are.
Everybody reacts differently, babe.
I like all food. There's very few things that I just won't eat. But I especially like, the carbs and the candy and the sugar and that. So now when I eat those things, it doesn't, I don't get the bang for my buck out of it like I used to, right? I don't get that high, that sugar high, that carb high that I used to. I can eat those things and they still taste pretty good, but I don't have the desire to keep eating them. So I can eat a bite of a dessert or a piece of candy and not want to devour the whole, thing. And that's something I could never do before this GLP-1 medication. And that's why I really appreciate it, because I can still have those tastes of things every once in a while that I really still like a lot, but they just don't call to me from across town, right? The donut place I like, I really haven't thought about it in a long time.
But there are some things that I just don't buy. I don't buy because I love chips. I don't buy chips. I don't bring them home.
Eat less, move more. Yeah. Just diet and exercise. Wayne Whitmer.
Terry is saying, I've been on keto for 6 years, plan on staying low carb as start my first full dose this week. Any comments on whether this is a good idea or a bad idea? Maybe for, I don't know if you're saying Condi or Candy.
For Condi.
Well, Condi, we can ask him when he does his next episode. He's not still there, I don't think.
Go ahead.
In general, and you haven't started the medication yet. So when you start the medication, it's kind of like having a kid. You don't really know what it's like until you do. You just
good analogy.
Don't.
And then there's no going back.
And you can't imagine it. So when you get what typically happens, and it's different with everybody, is that particularly those first few doses, it's going to increase your satiety dramatically. So you're going to get full quick. So you're only going to have so many bites. Virtually everyone in the world who talks about this says you should be eating protein first.
Eat your protein first.
Follow it with vegetables.
If you got any room after that, God bless.
God bless. And honestly,
'Cause you won't.
you probably won't take a multivitamin or whatever. So, and that's honestly what I've done the whole time. I haven't done much more than that. We don't restrict anything out of our diets, but we just have certainly minimized a lot of things. So, we're pretty much low carb, but about once a month I'll make a bowl of pasta. So it's not, even when I do make a bowl of pasta, we'll buy better pasta. So we'll buy Italian made pasta made from Durham wheat that actually has protein in it.
Is that
So you're
better?
trying to make better choices. Yes, it's better. There is unequivocally no question about that.
Unequivocally, no question
Correct.
about it.
Correct.
La. Sorry.
So yeah, you're going to be low carb. I mean, because you're also trying to hit your calorie deficit, and carbs are calorie packed. So if you're eating a lot of carbs, it just kind of is where it is.
Yeah. No, you'll probably be naturally low carb, but you can eat carbs if you want to. Like you can eat whatever you want to. And that's where I think the dietitian might, be helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have an appointment with them next week. Terry Star, also low carb. It's just one of the tools in the toolbox. Yeah. I mean, Christopher really strongly avoids carbs, I would say.
I do.
I don't. I've kind of worked them back in, and I've kind of pushed the limits to see but I do add protein to things. So I had a bowl of oatmeal this morning, but I added some protein fortified milk. So I got the protein from the oatmeal, the protein from the milk, and I put some protein shake into my coffee. So I'm still front loading the protein, but I do. I mean, because I need the fiber, right? I need the throughput, if you know what I mean.
and fiber is important. A lot of people get constipation at whatever level, so it's a good thing. I mean, for me, I don't really eat any of the processed protein added foods, right? So I don't eat protein bars. I don't drink protein drinks. I don't, other than maybe a scoop of protein powder and a Ninja Creamy once in a while, or Fairlife milk. That I don't do any of that. So my goal is to eat real food every day and start with meats and proteins and beans and stuff, and meat. For all you keep kicking the camera.
I gotta stretch my legs out.
So, but variety is a good thing, and your body likes that. So a little bit of fat's not bad. A little bit of sugar is not going to kill you. Yeah.
Been on out of pocket Zepbound 2.5 for 3 weeks. Had a stressful day, and for the first time, could not stress eat.
Okay.
Literally could not because of Zepbound. Yeah, and it's funny how that urge is still there, right? Like something bad happens or something stressful happens, and I want a cookie, I want something, but really then you're like, no, I don't really want that. I can't eat that. So yeah, it kind of stops you in spite of yourself.
Michael Dietz.
Hi, Michael Dietz, just listening from my car and want to say hi. Hi,
How much down are you now, Michael Dietz?
Was Michael Dietz the one who had the Mounjaro in the fridge for a long time, and he didn't take it until he started listening to us?
Now he's doing real well. I know he is.
Yeah, and a lot of people do that. I hear that all the time. Oh, I've got it in my fridge. I'm afraid to take that first shot. So don't be afraid. If you can have somebody. Christopher gave me my first 3 or 4 shots because I was like, there is no way I can give myself a shot. I do now, 75 weeks later, many shots later. But it was a little scary at first.
Yep. All right. There's 196 people and 187 likes out there. I'd love to get to 200 today. That would be awesome. If you could hit like and subscribe, we would deeply appreciate it. Just me, Marla says, I finally caught up. I've been watching it 2 times.
My daughter does that. She'll watch things at 2 times speed just to, I get it. She wanted to catch up. I eat everything I love, but I'm able to do in moderation and much less frequently. I never feel deprived anymore. Food, FOMO used to be a thing, and the medication has freed me from that, right? They're eating a donut. I want to eat a donut. They're eating something yummy. Why do I have to eat salad? Poor me. Yeah. The fear of missing out. Yeah. I
Thanks
totally
for being
relate.
a member. Well,
totally relate.
And Valerie Scruggs is also a member. She makes overnight oats with a protein shake. Tops with walnuts and blueberries.
That's a good idea because I've got all these protein shakes for when we did the
if you saw our protein
taste
review,
test.
the problem with those reviews is we end up with so much stuff.
So the ones that I didn't like, I have like a lot of, and I put them in my coffee, and that's fine. But I wonder if they would taste okay if I made overnight oats with them. That's a good idea. Frazzled. I am on Tirzepatide. I can now walk past snacks I love and not think about them later like I used to. But even one bite seems to leave that snack floating in my mind a while. Interesting.
I'm with you.
Interesting.
Oreos and chips are my. I don't bring them home.
I mean, I still have my favorites, so we just don't keep them in the house.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, even if we do have something in the house, like a pack of cookies or something, I'll forget about them. Like, used to be like when we bought Girl Scout cookies, I would all the time, at all times of the day, could tell you how many cookies were left in the box of Girl Scout cookies. I was constantly thinking about them. They were constantly.
If I was thinking about them, there were no more cookies left.
Well,
because I had already eaten them.
But now, like, I forget what foods we have in the pantry. I forget. Is that what people who don't have obesity do? Do they not think about food, what's in their pantry all the time? And then they go to the pantry, like, oh yeah, I have some cookies in here. Maybe I'll have one after dinner. Is that like how other people think about food? Because that's kind of crazy.
Michael says he's down 107. Good for you, Michael. Here, let me give you.
Awesome.
You're driving, so you probably can't see this, but here comes
We're giving
some confetti.
You some confetti flying.
Yeah.
All right.
Biggie S No More says, you cruise a lot and travel. Do you take the fur babies? Just wondering. Well, we only have a cat. And JoJo's not really a traveler, so we always have there's always somebody here with JoJo.
Yeah, usually we have someone that comes and house sits and feeds JoJo. So
we're going to take a few more and then we're going to get out of here. Destiny Marla says, went up to TERS 5 this week and finally had a fasting glucose of 100. Still not great, but the best it's been in years. Good for you.
Good, Marla. I used to have a boss named Marla.
Oh, I did that one.
Still a lot to go, but grateful, Michael Dietz says. Anyway, Deborah Hill says, so I've not been feeling full as fast, and there's a little bit of food noise, but I'm at goal weight.
Should you ask to titrate up? So there's a couple of things going on there. I think the biggest challenge for me right now is knowing the difference between actual hunger and food noise. So sometimes your body tells you to eat, and that's a healthy thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I've ever known when it was healthy. So that's like I've got to personal work on myself kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is the levers that you can pull on maintenance are medication and food and activity, right? So you can go up and down in any of those things. So, maybe you need less calories. Maybe you need to eat more protein. Maybe you need more medicine. Maybe you need less medicine. All the stuff. And
I'm at goal weight, and I've been at goal weight for a while, and I don't get as full as fast now as I did in the beginning. Certainly, it's almost like you get used to the medicine, and it's still humming along back there, but I can out eat it if I want to. You know what I mean? It's still there. It's still working. And like yesterday, I really wanted like a piece of chocolate. Like I had a strong desire for something chocolate. And when that happens, usually I'll eat like a chocolate protein bar or something. And usually that cuts it off, and that just wasn't cutting it off. So, I mean, I think you do get used to the medication over time. I wouldn't go up in dosage unless you gained 5 pounds or more. Honestly, that would be my measure. Kim Katz on 5 milligram, and I struggle a bit on days 6 and 7.
It's that half-life getting to you. So
yeah, I mean, I think for me, it got better as I moved up through the doses. But yeah, you definitely.
And how long have you been on that dose too? So.
You mean how long has she been on 5 milligrams? Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, it could be not long, or it could be
who knows?
A long time.
Who knows?
Yeah. I was thinking not long, honestly, is what I was thinking. Kimberly Rogers, I don't have obesity, and I forget to eat all the time. All right. Can't relate. I'm grateful for your channel and the helpful information you share. Thank you. Thank you, Lila.
Well, thank you. So we've got 197 people out there and 197 likes. Probably some of you haven't liked, and those are likes from people that aren't on there anymore. So 3 more and we would get to 200. If you could hit that like and
I don't think we've ever gotten to
subscribe.
200
we've never
likes
gotten to
before.
200, so that would be awesome. And let's see, I wonder how many subscribers do we have right now?
I think last I checked, we had like 10,472.
10,472. So I set a goal in my head, which is what they call a big, hairy ass goal, kind of BHAG, that 100,000 this year. So do you think we can do 100,000 this year?
In 2025?
Yeah.
To go from 10,000 to 100,000
Yeah.
subscribers in 2025?
Probably won't make it. It's kind of like me losing 100 pounds. Who would have thought?
Y'all are going to have to share this video
Mhm.
with people who have never been here before. And that's how we'll get more people. So if you have a friend that maybe is thinking about a GLP-1 or is...
Oh, we're at 203 likes. Thank you,
Oh,
everyone.
yay. Thank you. But yeah, share this video with some friends. Woodkirky says, for those who are nervous about starting, LD, I'm LD, he's CD. All right, just do it. You won't regret it. I was so excited to start. I did my first shot in the parking lot of CVS. Yes, down 93 pounds and thrilled. That's awesome. Yeah, I hear that too. People, like, they're either so thrilled to start, they do it in the parking lot, or
they're terrified.
they put it in the refrigerator and have to work up the courage, right? But once you get started, it just you see the results and you're like, yeah. Yes, you can do it. No pressure, Wayne. Thanks. 100,000 or bust. Melina says, you guys are my #1 source. Oh, it's GLP.
You know what?
Yay!
When we started this
Number
almost
one.
a year ago now, we'll be coming up on the channel's year anniversary pretty soon. I was just happy when we got 10 people subscribed. So 10,000, who knew?
I think you get a plaque
startled.
from YouTube, right? You
At
get
100,000, you get a plaque.
you get a
silver
plaque. Ooh.
It doesn't mean you get any, but it means,
You get a plaque. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. So,
yeah, that would be amazing. So 209 likes, 189 viewers. And it's now been 2 hours and 57 minutes, which means
2 hours and 57 minutes.
2 hours and 57 seconds. Sorry. 2:01:05 now.
All right, y'all. I'm tired. I'm still trying to get used to.
All right, we got 2 more, and then we're gonna get out of here.
It's
Darium
Darium.
says, "Congrats, Woodkirky."
Darium. Took my first shot of Tirzepatide with you, Laraine. Oh, really? Watching my video. Yeah, I did a video. I was kind of scared when I made that video. It was like back at the beginning. Chris was like, you should do a video showing you yourself doing a shot. I'm like, I don't want to. So yeah, I'll have to update that one. I'm much better at it now.
Yep.
75 shots later.
That's right. All right, so that is us for this week. Stay tuned. I would imagine I'll be back to tell you some more about the Tirzepatide court case. Hopefully they'll unseal this opinion, or they'll publish more stuff, and we'll give you some real information on it.
Yeah, so stay with us because we'll give you like the straight up like situation. Okay, so you want to click like. Congratulations, Melina. You want to click like, you want to click subscribe, and then there's that little bell. And if you click that little bell, then when Mr. Crazy Newsman goes live, you will like get the alert, and you will be the first to know all the news. So join us in our GLP-1 journey, won't you?
So that's it. If you have any questions you'd like to have specifically, feel free to email us, Laraine@thedownsized.org.
Christopher at the Downsized.
Really hard to figure out, Christopher@thedownsized.org. If you haven't checked out our website, you can go to our website, sign up for our email address. We don't send very many out, but I'll probably do a cruise email this week. And we have an Amazon store where you can see all the stuff Lorraine's curated to help her.
Also, if you signed up for the Downsized cruise, we have a cruise email or a cruise Facebook page. So send me an email and I'll get you set up with that. I keep kicking the camera.
You do keep kicking the camera.
Anyway, send me an email for that and I'll get you set up. I know I'm missing some people. I can't seem to figure.
So yeah, but send us an email if you have a question. We'll be happy. And
look, I got a
manicure
for the what did we do last week? My brain went dim.
The filming, the commercial.
The commercial.
There you go.
It's time to go. We got to go, y'all.
All right. Thank you very much. My name is Christopher Durham.
Look at my manicure. I'm Laraine.
What's your name,
Durham.
Dawn?
I'm Laraine Durham.
We are the Downsized. We'll see you next time.
Bye.